What is Crackalack, everybody? It's JT the OCG, and we just got done saving Tassoni, Liara Tassoni. So we will we'll do a little talk with the crew here, and see if we can get any more information. I know from the Eden Prime thing, it was like Ashley and Kieran especially, I can ask them about the latest mission, so I'm wondering if I can do that with all the crew guys and all the same things. Or all the companions after every little mission to get experience. I was like, oh, okay, but alright, so we got a lot of codex here, okay. Any more codex? Okay, no. Oh, okay, so we got codex here. What's it? Okay, examine that. Can't do anything here. Oh, we're in space, right? Oh, so that's a gunnery station. I gotcha. So there's the gunners, but we don't have any gunners. All right. So if we go back here, is there anything here? Okay, nothing here. Nope. Alright, guys. Here we go. Alright, here we go. Eddies. Now, I guess we'll just go in this little area first, right? We'll just do this little area. Oh, let's see how Tassoni's doing. We'll talk to Chakwas to see.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
I should go. I should always go. Ooh. We can replenish the metagel all the time. Oh, that is nice to know. Okay, so here is Liara. I thought Chakwas would teach us, but hold on. Anything else? Nope. Let's talk to Liara.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Should I really say Chakwas the best? I don't believe that, but...
Alliance medical personnel take courses in alien biology, just in case.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
We'll see.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Investigate.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
Can Saren change people's minds? Does he have like some? Did he, when he touched the beacon, did he get something where he could? No, she was with him before that. So, what is it? Is she being manipulated somehow? Or maybe she is just evil.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Rumors.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Alright, that's a big stretch. Doesn't really make sense with the physiology of, like, Rex. That would be kind of hard. You guys are different environments and... well, let's see what they made up to how this is possible.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings.
Okay,
We
alright,
can
so
touch
that's where
the
they went
very
with that.
depths
So
of their
it's-
minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Okay, so, still quite a stretch, but okay. So they're really, oh, what's the term for it? Yeah, they kind of split, sort of. So they kind of would grab, like, memories and such, but not really the genetic makeup. They would grab sort of the psychology, say, of a human, but then they would split and it would still be Asari or something, I guess.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Well, that's longer than most humans nowadays.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
No,
Think about it,
that's a
Shepard.
stupid...
If we were not able to mate with our own species,
Yeah, I know.
we would have died out long
yes,
before we ever mastered
God,
space
what a
flight and left our
stupid-
homeworld.
Okay.
Union with our own kind
What a
is
stupid
no
question.
longer common.
Okay.
Not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union.
Oh my God!
She may have been too
I think this is some
ashamed
social
to publicly
commentary in this
acknowledge me as
game.
her offspring.
But okay, whatever.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
Okay, I don't really
Benezia
want...
never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Okay, whatever. I don't care. Really, I don't care.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright. I think that's the game developers trying to throw some social commentary into the mix here. So, I get it. Whatever. So they basically have like, they read your mind and give birth themselves, and they're great single mothers. Alright. Alright, let's see if Kaiden has something to say now.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Is this an official evaluation, Commander? Or off the record?
Alenko, when it's just you and me, you can consider it off the record.
That's a generous attitude. Okay. I think there's something wrong with all this. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but...
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled. There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb.
Yeah.
Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
I heard all about that. How companies would arrange accidents to expose people to element 0.
There was never any proof of that. It's not what happened in my case, anyway. My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics. A little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
Oh, this is
It
interesting.
only gets iffy around 63 when Kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. Bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump 0 is a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. But that's my own baggage, Commander. No bearing on this.
No, come on, Kaiden. Dude, you could talk to me.
Alenko, there's no regulation that says you can't be friends with your commander.
I appreciate that, Commander. I just don't want you to think that I'm a whiner. Besides, I've got my past squared away.
Alright. I got it, but that's interesting. Kaiden was accidental. Okay. Do I have anything in my room? Okay, so no here. Anything up here now? Got a lot of stuff to sell to the requisition guy. Okay, so I got everything here. Yeah, I'm just looking for codex. Somebody beeped. Alright. Oops. Alright, so let's go down to engineering. Talk to, Adams. It's Adams, right? Hey, I remembered. Hey, Adams.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of... My last assignment was on the Tokyo.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Alright, sorry to bother you. Oh, we got more. Charge coast status. Anything over here? At ease. You two don't seem to do a lot of work, so you better get to it. Yeah, don't stare at me. Don't. Why are you staring at me? Yeah, I'm staring at you because you guys aren't working. Alright, let's just talk to Tally here.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Like I need this.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me, especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving, and the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down.
Gotcha.
I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. You're kind of homesick.
Sounds like the pilgrimage isn't just about finding resources for the fleet. Maybe it's about teaching you to appreciate your people and culture.
You're probably right. We Quarians spend our whole lives traveling. But really, we never leave home. The pilgrimage has given me a whole new perspective on our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Okay.
I should go.
I should go. I should go.
See you later.
I should go. Alright. So her accent didn't really irritate me as much on that go-round. A couple of words where I was just like, oh, you're trying too hard, but...
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've got.
You bet, Commander.
Alright, so... Sell... I'm just gonna sell all of this crap. I'll keep these. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any radioactive stuff. Okay. Oh, we got 53,000. Oh, but all this... Oh my goodness. What is this? 212? You're killing me here. Well, that's 17,000. And I can't see it. So... I'll buy that one. But I really want that. Alright, now if I do this, squad... I can't do that. Hold on. Alright, well, let's talk to Garrus.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough, but you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre?
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Not all Spectres are like Saren, you know.
Of course not. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, CSEC's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
You're a quick learner, Garrus. We'll beat him at his own game. It's the only way to stop someone like him.
I'm right behind you.
Alright, so he's got his legacy of his father to live up to. Okay. Alright, Rex, I should have brought you along for that Krogan.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would have if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that
How
mission
would you not know when they
turned up
called him
dead within a
Saren?
week.
Come on now. Come on, writers.
damn one.
Proofread. Wow, okay, so he killed them.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Wait a minute, can I...
Shepard?
Rex?
Alright, wait, so if I do... Ah, okay, so here's the aura. Okay. So I get rid of everything. Bionic amp. That's different. There's Tali. No. Okay, that's pretty good. think. Keep that on her, because I think I want the medium armor. Anything else?
Commander, good to see you.
Okay. So wait a minute, so...
Shepard,
Are your people really...
we're sure enough. We're too spread out. None of us are interested.
Lots of species?
So we leave. Hire ourselves out.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Huh. So I can still talk to him, but I can't. Okay. Alright, let's talk to...
Commander,
Chief.
you have a minute to talk.
Okay.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems.
Oh, so this
Engines,
is where she
sensors,
got the,
weapons.
The space racist thing? She has... You know... She has legitimate concerns here. We do have the most advanced spaceship, and Rex just told us he was a mercenary going, you know, killing people on a freighter, for crying out loud.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the Council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I agree with that one.
The Council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Yeah. So what she's saying here is that we're like a pet to the Council. We're the dog. So she thinks that they'll sacrifice us to save themselves. Part of me wants to believe that. Part of me hopes it's not true.
You sound like one of those Terra Firma party pamphlets, Chief.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
I do understand your feelings. I do. Yeah, she's worried about us being the sacrificial lamb. And that I mean, it's true. Why did they make us the first human Spectre? They made us the first human Spectre simply to go after Saren because we're expendable. She has a point. She has a point. I'm the dog.
All right. I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're going to have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
What about me? Okay.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I'm not sure I believe it either.
I don't either.
It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Yeah.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, sir.
Okay. See, so I get her point. But yeah, if you don't understand the context of what she's saying, of course, well, and if you're indoctrinated to certain ideologies, you're going to sit there and go, that's racist. You know, like that freaking meme. But yeah, she's thinking we might be the sacrificial lamb. So we do have to watch out for that. Am I going down a path that is going to lead to my doom? Interesting. But Kieran didn't. Okay, so can I go back to Kieran and ask him about the mission?
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Dr. Tassoni. Seems like a sweet girl. Easy on the eyes. I mean, if you like the bookish sort.
Any intentions there, Lieutenant?
No, Commander. Just art appreciation.
Art appreciation. Okay.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
Alright, go for it there, buddy. Might help your migraines. Yeah. Alright, so I think what I want to do... is tackle that other one. Wait a minute. So, first of all, we got Codex. Holy moly. Turians. While Turians are individual with personal desires, their instinct is to equate the self with the group and set aside personal desires for the good of all. Turians are taught to have a strong sense of personal accountability, the Turian honor that other races find so remarkable. Turians are taught to own every decision they make, good or ill. Worst thing they can make in the eyes of the people is to lie about their own actions. Turians who murder will try to get away with it, but if directly questioned, most will confess the crime. Strong inclination towards public service and self-sacrifice. So they tend to be poor entrepreneurs. To compensate, they accept the mercantile Voles as a client race, offering protection in exchange for their fiscal expertise. Turian military is the center of their society. It's not an armed force, all-encompassing public works organization. Alright, so maybe these guys are more Romulan in nature than Klingon. Okay, so discipline such. Yeah, we know about that. Okay. Cipher. The Promethean beacon downloaded its knowledge into Lieutenant Commander Shepard on Eden Prime, causing confusing dreams of vision. While the imagery is becoming clear with time, the meaning of the beacon communication remains elusive. It has been suggested that Prothean data recording is highly dependent on a certain point of view, what Carl Jung described as a collective unconsciousness. Oh, great. So the developers like Carl Jung. Okay. The cipher needed to comprehend the images implanted in Shepard's mind is the cultural knowledge of a Prothean. Archetypes, biological instincts, and common experience universal to the race. Since the Protheans have been dead for millennia, it may be impossible to acquire this cipher. Geth hoppers. Oh yeah, that thing. Hoppers are electronic warfare platforms. Project electronic magnetic radiation. Ah, so that's why we had a big freaking problem with those guys. That one. Oh man, if we face more than one, I don't know if I'm going to survive. Sapper, Stalker, and Ghost. Terra Firma Party. Terra Firma's alliance political party formed at the First Contact War. Its policy agenda is based on the principle that Earth must stand firm against alien influences. It covers a variety of legislation. Recent activities by Terra Firma include opposition to a law requiring high school alien language study, The proposal increased tariff on alien imports and leading a popular movement to mark the first contact war with a public holiday. Though founded by well-meaning individuals who fear the submersion of native human cultures under a wave of alien vogue, terraformers' agenda attracts many jingoists and xenophobes. Yeah, Jesus, man. Social commentary in this thing. You gotta love it. Okay, drive charge. Okay, combat endurance. Got it. Technology. Bionics training. Yeah, Kieran already told us about that stuff.
Ship mobility dominates space combat. The primary objective is to align the mass accelerator along the bow with the opposing vessel's broadside. Battles typically play out as artillery duels, fought at ranges measured in thousands of kilometers, though assaults through defended mass relays often occur at knife fight ranges, as close as a few dozen kilometers. Most ship-to-ship engagements are skirmishes between patrol vessels of cruiser weight and below, with dreadnoughts and carriers only deployed in full-scale fleet actions. Battles in open space are short and often inconclusive, as the weaker opponent typically disengages. Once a ship enters FTL flight, the combat is effectively over. There are no sensors capable of tracking them, or weapons capable of damaging them. The only way to guarantee an enemy will stand and fight is to attack a location they have a vested interest in, such as a settled world or a strategically important mass relay.
Okay, foreshadowing there. And we leveled up again. Okay. Alright, so now I got heavy armor. Wait a minute, I got more codex? Appearance. Okay. Alright, so, the journal. We had an assignment. Oh, I got a whole bunch of these things. I am not going to sit here and try to look for all those. No way. I don't care about that one. Okay, so this one. Okay. So Sparta. Alright, so there it is. So Sparta. But there, I thought there was one. There was one planet we could land on around here. Was it not in this one? Well, we'll do the Sparta one.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Ah, so that's the one that didn't want to talk to us, but now she's gonna talk to us. Okay. Small distant Asagi is a small terrestrial with a trace atmosphere of methane and argon. The surface is composed of water, ice, and calcium with occasional deposits of light metals. During the Alliance pirate suppression campaigns in the 2160s, the Batarian Ilium Ramperia was caught with his frigate Tunarian grounded on Asagi for drive discharge. When challenged by the cruiser Hyperbad, Ramperia refused to surrender. The Tunarian was destroyed attempting to take off. The debris is strewn across the southern hemisphere. 193 degrees Celsius. Survey. Plutonium. Okay. We'll look at this asteroid belt first. Nothing in that asteroid belt. Malka is a large hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of chlorine and sulfur in the atmosphere. Its massive gravity well tugs many asteroids from the outer belt inwards past the orbit of Atelia and Aeolus, and eventually settle into the inner belt. Atamalka's orbit is congested with hundreds of captured moons. Most last only a few thousand years before being ejected, dragged down into the atmosphere, or ripped apart by tidal forces and added to the gas giant's immense rings. Attempting to navigate this chaotic environment is hazardous at best. Ships without military-grade kinetic barriers are likely to suffer catastrophic impacts. Hydrogen. Altaya. That sounds Arabic. Altaya is an unusually large terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere. Methane and ammonia. Surface is frozen, mainly composed of sandstone and other sedimentary rocks, with deposits of iron and chlorides. Judging by the sedimentary composition of the crust, it appears that Italia once possessed an atmosphere thick enough to support some form of liquid. What cataclysm stripped the atmosphere and left the planet to freeze is not currently known.
Commander, I'm picking up a signal from the planet's surface. It looks like an automated distress beacon.
Ah, okay. Aeolus is a terrestrial planet with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and nitrogen. Aeolus' surface is covered by wide deserts of silicate sand with only a few areas of igneous rock highlands to break the abrasive dust-choked wind. Aeolus' orbit is congested with debris thrown inwards by the gravity gas giant Atamalka due to a high rate of meteor impacts and explosion and highly dangerous. -1 degree Celsius, so I don't think we can get out. 0.87. Okay, so this is it. Alright, hold on. Alright. Well, that's where we're gonna go. We'll do it next time. Thank you for joining me. Get up my interlone.